Today, I'll be talking about why muscles matter more than ever before. I got 5 reasons for you guys, so make sure to watch until the end. Y'all know the deal. We start at number 5 and we go down to number 1. So number 5 is people are meeting each other through social media. You know, in the past, you had more community. People actually knew their neighbors. Nowadays, that's not the case. And that's why looks matter more than ever before. And that's why your physique matters more than ever before. Because more people are meeting online. I even seen some reports that say nearly 75% of Gen Zers are meeting their lady or meeting their dude online. So a lot of people, they just going to look at your profile. They're going to look at your physique. And they're going to make a judgment call off of it. So your online presence matters. You know, in the past, that wasn't the case. You know, in the past, you would meet a girl at your church or, you know, you would meet a friend of a friend. Now that's not as common. So your physique is more important. Going on to point number 4. And point number 4, I talk about this a lot. Is modern living is very unnatural. And muscle will help counter some of the harm you're doing to yourself. When you look at an average American man, 28% body fat. About 5'9", 200 pounds. Only getting about half the recommended steps that he's supposed to. You know, I believe it's around 10,000 steps, 8,000 steps you're supposed to get every day. He's hardly doing half of that. You get in the gym and you start getting your physical health together, that's going to counter a lot of the bullshit you're putting your body through. You know, and this is why I always tell guys, like, don't rush when you get into the gym. Because a lot of you guys go from just laying around, being a shit ass, and then you go to the gym and you want to train like Derrick Henry. You know, you want to train like Saquon Barkley when you hit the gym. But you haven't been doing shit for the past 10 years. And it's like, slow down, because a lot of people get hurt like that. A lot of people get hurt from going from one extreme to the next. You done seen a clip of David Goggins running 100 miles for his weekend. Now you want to go crazy. It's like, slow down. But getting in the gym will help counter a lot of the harm you've been doing to yourself. Going on to point number 3. Going on to point number 3, man. We are talking about masculine women. The reason why muscles is important when it comes to a masculine woman. Now, most of the time, you just don't want to deal with these women. Let's keep it real. But it's so many of them. I was actually talking to a woman yesterday. And I don't even know how this came up. But she was like, man, it's crazy how when you're getting married, they say to obey your husband. She's like, there's no way I would do that. And I don't know. It was just funny to me. But this is how a lot of women think nowadays. She got an issue with saying she's going to obey her husband. She's like, is he going to say it back to me? You know, a lot of these women, they got into that boss babe type mentality. They really trying to run stuff. And even when you look at households, I believe it's like 1 in 4. 1 in 4 couples, the woman is out earning the man. And that will probably keep rising, honestly. And I think you can be with a lady that makes more than you and it can still work, but you have to have other things you're leveraging. And your body game can be one of those things you leverage. But it's like, if she's making more than you and then she coming home and she looking at you and you just look like a sloppy motherfucker. Over time, I think her patience for your hustle, for your lack of hustle, is going to start running out quickly. And I think a lot of these women, they are more likely to get very disrespectful to a man that doesn't have that presence. And a big part of your presence is your physique, having some muscle. You know? Because I feel like I could be with a chick that earns more than me. Because I could still dominate her in different types of ways. You know what I'm saying? She still, I know I'm going to dominate her in that bedroom. She still, I know I'm going to pick her up and make her feel like a feather. So she can go out in this world and make all the money she wants to, but she still know who run the household. But if she out here, you know, making all this money, then she coming home and you just, man, look at this titty boy. You're not going to get that same level of respect that you. So to counter that physique counters that, man. Because sometimes with these masculine women, you got to be on a different level of masculinity. Like I said, usually you just really don't want to deal with these chicks. Cause the only type of dudes that would deal with a chick like this are the dudes that are very masculine, or the dudes that are gonna get walked on. Like the super soft guys. And she's gonna get tired of the super soft guys anyways. So when these chicks are masculine, they need a man that's even more masculine than them. Now, if you want to play that role, be my guest. You know, you might be up for a headache or two once a week or some shit like that. But hey, man, it gets like that. Going on to point number 2 is it's a money saver. I've talked about this many times, man. I've been living very frugal. When it comes to dressing, I got a couple fits. You might see me dressed up pretty good on Instagram every now and then. But besides those photos, man, besides me taking photos and going out for a nice dinner or lunch maybe a couple times a year, I'm dressed up like I'm just bumming 9 times out of 10. I'm wearing joggers. I might wear some shorts, a t-shirt that fits good. Like, I'm never really like trying to step at all, man. And it's because I got the physique. When you got a good physique, you don't have to put as much effort into your dressing. Just find something that fits you good, man. And you know, I done had women like I matched with on dating apps and stuff like that, and they're like, oh, I can tell you dress good, or oh, you look like you could really, dress good. And I said, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I dress like a bum 9 times out of 10. But by that time, I already done went on a couple of dates. I probably done cracked already. So she already messing with me. At this point, it don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? So she could have thought I was gonna be Mr. Suave, dressed, dripped down to the motherfucking socks. But then she meets me and she like, man, this motherfucker, he wearing shirts from damn middle school. He got, you know what I'm saying? He got these old raggedy joggers on. But she like the personality. I'm already through the door at that point. You feel me? So I would say that for a lot of guys, like, for the guys that really don't like dressing up, that's me, dog. I don't care for dressing up. I'm frugal. I like to save my money. I want to put myself in a good position. But for the guys that are more frugal, have a couple fish you throw on, take photos in them, and then the rest of the time you can just be bumming 9 times out of 10. And if she really messing with your personality, she probably won't even care that much. There's women out here that really like a dude that dress up nice and shit like that. And shout out to them, but that's not me, dog. And that's what I realized. Like, when a chick really rocking with you, once she like your personality, you done got around her a little bit, she really don't give a fuck as much, Because when you look at the average American, man, these people are struggling financially. When it comes to consumer debt, the average American, $25,000 in consumer debt. And they still out here be trying to splurge on clothes and dinners and acting like they really got it when they really don't. And number 1, and I feel like I had to put this number 1. Number 1 is mental health. And I've talked about this before too. People fail to realize the power of body game and getting your health together, building muscle, the effects that it has on your mental. It's all connected. I would say the body, the mind, and the soul is all connected, man. Because there's even been studies where they look at people's strength, and people with higher strength are 45% less likely to suffer with depression. I feel like that speaks volumes, man. And that's why a lot of times when people are going through hard times, and I'm like, man, hit the gym. Because that's always been my crutch. Like, anytime I was really going through some shit, you feeling hopeless, man, I just go hit those weights. I find a good playlist to put on. I hit those weights. And I think like everybody really needs a routine they can go to. And I think for a lot of guys, that's going to be their routine. Like, if you had a really long day, you stressed out, your girl left you, your girl cheated on you, you lost a loved one, you dragging, whatever it may be, dog. Like, hitting that gym and just hitting them weights, like, that's like therapy to me, man. And I've seen many guys say that. Like, I even seen a podcast with Bradley Martin on it. And he said that, he like, man, the gym saved my life. Because I believe Bradley Martin, I think his dad, offed himself. So he was like, man, he had a lot of issues always thinking about his dad offing himself. And he never felt like, he missed out. But he like, man, once I hit the gym, like, I feel like I had a whole bunch of father figures in the gym. And I think that's the really powerful thing about hitting a gym. You get to know a lot of dudes, man. And even through the years, man, I had a lot of guys in their 40s, 50s, help me with form or just give me advice. Like you can find like father figures in the gym, man. And so even when it comes to the muscles, when it comes to the way the gym makes you feel, like it overlaps so many things, man. So like you gotta have something you can go to, man. See, a lot of people when they start getting stressed out, when they going through shit, they want to go get drunk at the bar. They want to go smoke weed. Like, why can't you have a healthy habit? And I feel like that really helps you release that energy, man. Sometimes you feeling mad and you just gotta channel that energy out. There's no better way to channel your energy than to be in a boxing gym or, hitting the bag or hitting the weights or doing pull-ups. That's the best way to channel that energy. I know some people, they're like, man, when I get a lot of energy built up, I go on a long run. That's the way to do it, man. But that's all I got for y'all today, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Make sure to hit that like button, and I'll catch y'all boys in the next one.